Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy AJTRIP. Welcome to That's a Shoot. I have not been around since the prediction show of Hell in a Cell. I know some things have gone down since then. Primarily, the Zelina Vega has gone and been released by WWE for not kowtowing to the third party edict that was brought down for them. She then went and made OnlyFans, and then she was, you know, getting cut and everything like that. It's and then there's talk about unionization and everything like that. And really quick, my thoughts on that is that I don't think there should be a union in professional wrestling. What I think there should be is there should be a distinction between whether you are an independent contractor or an employee. So if WWE doesn't want their wrestlers to do things like Twitch and Cameo and things like that, then they need to make them employees, right? But if they don't want to do that for whatever reason, then they have to make them independent contractors, so that yes, they can do their third party things, that they can do. I actually think there is probably a way that you could do where you can make them independent contractors while not being able to allow them to do other wrestling shows. I think there is a way that you can do that. Where they can, okay. Obviously, you don't want, you wouldn't want to see all those mix, at least WWE wouldn't want to see. This is the reason number one brand. You wouldn't want to see, someone like Drew McIntyre show up on Ring of Honor, you know, or anything like that. Because then that just you just wonders why is he showing up on Ring of Honor? You would want somebody from Ring of Honor to show up on WWE, obviously. The same thing with any of the other organizations, but you wouldn't want your wrestlers, WWE wrestlers, showing up on those shows. But I don't think this is going to end very well at all. If they want to do some stuff about unionization or anything like that, it's not going to end well for the wrestlers who want to try to unionize, or it's not going to end well for you know any wrestler who goes against who would go against the WWE to try and unionize. What needs to happen is that and the wrestlers should not join SAG after either. They should not be part of SAG after. Yes, wrestling is work, and wrestling is acting. It's a lot of more physical acting than it is, play acting. Although sometimes you do get the acting, as if like the great story of Jay and Jimmy Uso inside the in Roman inside those matches. You get that sometimes, and of course you get some of the other acting as well. But they are wrestlers. They should not be deemed as they should not be um officially deemed as actors. So, um, yeah, I mean, WWE really needs to, you know, shit or get off the pot, so as they like to say. And really, I don't even know if it's WWE. I think it's Vince McMahon. I think it's Vince McMahon. I have no idea what Vince is doing. You know, part of me, and I may do a video about this one day as well. But Vince has such a he is such a good legacy that it is for some people turning into something much worse, and it's something that is unreal. So, but that being said, we're not here to talk about Zelina Vega or other things. We're here to do the predictions of WWE Survivor Series tomorrow night live on the Thunderdome. So, guys, let's go ahead let's look at the records. We got the matches. Let's predict them. And let's have some fun. All right, so I believe we have 3 pay-per-views left. We have Survivor Series, we have NXT War Games, and then we have TLC. And my predictions this year are 69 and 29. To me, that is very surprising because I have to be honest with you. I when I started, I said I was gonna do this and keep track of my predictions. I would have, I was sure that I was gonna be like more towards 500 than I was, or maybe even worse than 500. I was very skeptical, but to be 69 and 29 has been incredible. And you know, so with 3 ones left, we're gonna see. Don't know what's going to happen, but I know that I am going to try my best to continue to be the best at this, and we'll check it out, and then we'll see what happens in 2021. I'm going to continue to do this in 2021, and it'll probably be the same, and then hopefully in 2022, if AEW is still around, I will add AEW to the mix of the predictions video. Hopefully in 2022, and maybe even late 2021. So we have to wait and see. But for that being said, let's go ahead and let's start off the predictions with the Kickoff Show, the dual branded battle royal, 20 men in the ring. I need they said that CBS Sports Line where I got this from said that it was announced on November 10th. I said really? I never heard it. I never heard it being announced, but it's CBS Sports Line has it, so we'll see what happens if they do it. I don't know if another match is going to be announced. It would make sense for it not to be 6 matches. I think even though 6 matches is an even number. You know, I still think that's a good enough number to where you get the battle royal, which would make 7 actually, which would actually make 7. So you do have to have 7 matches, and then also so 6 matches on the main card makes it good. It gives the men's Survivor Series match. It gives um, New Day and Street Profits, and it gives Drew McIntyre, Roman Reigns a little more time than it normally would have. So, instead of going 20 minutes, you can go 25, 30 with Drew and Reigns, because I think they can do that. I think you can go, 20 minutes with New Day and Street Profits. That, they can do. And I think you can go that 45, 50, even an hour with the men's Survivor Series match. So, it's I think this would be fun. So, but as for to win, I have no idea who's in it. I have no idea who this CBS Sports Line. They've selected Lars Sullivan to be in it. So who knows? Um, I think the way we do this. I think the way we do this match is that we pick a winner. We pick a winner from a brand. We don't pick a person. Yeah, I think that would be the Royal Rumble is different. We know who's in the Royal Rumble. We don't know who's in this one, right? We have no clue or anything like that. If I did have a clue, I would probably I'd probably make a pick, but I don't know if this person is going to be in this one. Because there still could be some shenanigans happening come tomorrow night. So I'm just gonna say that the winner comes from the SmackDown brand. The United States Champion Bobby Lashley, representing the Hurt Business, taking on Sami Zayn, the Intercontinental Champion. This should be, the way they have, done Sami Zayn and when they've done Bobby Lashley. There's only 2 ways to do this. Either this is a straight up squash from Bobby Lashley onto Sami Zayn, or Sami Zayn just runs away from Bobby Lashley after getting beat up for 5 minutes. But this is, I think, an easy one. Bobby Lashley, the CEO of the Hurt Business, takes the victory for all. The Tag Team Champions face each other as the Raw Tag Team Champions. The New Day take on the Street Profits, the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Had a match last night on Friday Night SmackDown. 8-man match that was very interesting. Let's see where we go. Again, I think these two teams could get a little bit more time, hopefully, and make this even a pretty good match. New Day, Street Profits. I'm gonna say that the Street Profits win this one. The New Day would put over the New Boys. The Street Profits take the victory for the SmackDown. The women's champions here go head to head. Asuka, the Raw Women's title champion, versus Sasha Banks, the SmackDown Women's champion. Now they seem to be telling this story with Sasha Banks with Carmella. Even last night in the face-to-face against Asuka, Carmella came out there and attacked Sasha Banks with Asuka not even helping. I wonder if that's gonna happen tomorrow night. Carmella comes out to help to hurt Sasha, but Asuka finally interferes and that gives Sasha the victory. And Sasha's been doing some real good stuff here. I actually think that's the way they're gonna go. Or they're gonna do something where Sasha Banks does get the victory. So here we are, the winner, who is Sasha Banks, representing SmackDown. The Women's Survivor Series match. Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler, Lacey Evans, Peyton Royce, and Lana, representing Raw, versus Bianca Belair, Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan, Bayley, and Natalya, representing SmackDown. Now, everybody seems to think that what's been going on with Lana and Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler, that the very obvious thing to do is to have Nia Jax put Lana through a table and have Lana stay out there, have something happen with the last woman from Raw and the last woman from SmackDown, get counted out, and that leaves Lana to be the victor and win for Team Raw. I I'm not. I don't know if that's necessarily the way to go here, because I think they could do that. I think they also could do some things where it's still Nia Jax and Bayley, they're the dominant ones. They can still do things where it's Bianca Belair. They can go the Bayley route as well. There's a lot of ways they're gonna go. But I do think this is gonna be Raw, and also I'm not picking the survivors. I'm not. At least not this year. Maybe next year I'll do it as like a little extra credit. You get a half a point or something like that. Do something like that as we expand and go on to next year. But as for right now, I'm just gonna say that Team Raw will win the Women's Survivor Series match. The Men's Survivor Series match is next. Keith Lee, AJ Styles, Sheamus, Braun Strowman, and Riddle representing Monday Night Raw, and Kevin Owens, Jey Uso, King Corbin, Seth Rollins, and Otis representing SmackDown. The way I have it right now, I have the SmackDown Battle Royal winner. I have the Street Profits and Sasha Banks winning SmackDown. That Bobby Lashley and then the Team Raw winning on Team Raw winning from Raw. So I think I'm gonna go here for Raw, just so that you can get down to Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre 3-on-3. I don't think this is going to be a sweep. I don't think this is going to be the NXT beatdown like it was last year. I think we're going to get down to 3-3 and get down to that final match. And I think we're going to have, even though we got the Team Raw has been so unreal, with its destructiveness and things like that. I think we're going to see them come together, and we're going to see them win and take the Men's SmackDown Survivor Series match. And finally, Drew McIntyre, the WWE Champion, taking on Roman Reigns, the Universal Champion. What happens? I have no idea. I have no idea how they decided to do this, man. This is something that should be saved for WrestleMania. It should be. I know there's a lot, talk, there's, about The Rock or something like this, but this would be a great backup plan to have Drew McIntyre, go and face Roman Reigns, this new Roman Reigns, this new Drew McIntyre, you know, to have him come on, and the stuff that, Roman is, the stuff he said last night would have been it would be perfect for a WrestleMania program. And they're doing this now, and like I said, I don't know how. I don't know now how, what happens here, and I don't know who wins. Because neither one should be losing. Drew McIntyre should not be losing. Roman Reigns should not be losing. Um, it would have been better if Randy Orton, because you could have Randy Orton lose, the title to, not lose the title, we could have him lose the match. Maybe Randy Orton does get involved somehow, and and takes out Drew McIntyre for Roman Reigns. I just don't know. But all in all, it tells me, it feels like inside of me that right now going to they're not going to have Drew McIntyre beat Roman Reigns. Right now, Roman Reigns is in the middle of his tribal chief. If this was something where Drew was still like maybe if I don't know who's an up and comer, if Keith Lee, let's just say, like I said, Keith Lee was on SmackDown and Keith Lee would beat Roman Reigns. I can see a quick roll up, something like that, and Keith Lee beats Roman Reigns, and they're talking about how Keith Lee upset Roman Reigns, and how Roman Reigns' one mission is to make Keith Lee pay. But they're not going to see each other because Drew's on Raw, Roman Reigns is on SmackDown. So I think as much as Drew McIntyre shouldn't be taking a loss, Roman Reigns can't take a loss more. So if this doesn't end up in a double countout or double disqualification or some smosh, this should go to Roman Reigns. And this should go to Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns should win this match. So to recap, I have the SmackDown person winning the Battle Royal. I have Bobby Lashley beating Sami Zayn, the Street Profits taking out the New Day. Sasha Banks beating Asuka. Team Raw winning both the men's and women's Survivor Series matches, and Roman Reigns coming up tight over Drew McIntyre. Now, I don't know what's going to happen with The Miz. It will be 10 years since The Miz took out Randy Orton Sunday night. So The Miz could take out Drew McIntyre. I don't know, sure. He could try, whatever. I'm not sure there's nothing I'm predicting, nothing I need to predict. So that is that. And then, of course, we also are having the final farewell to The Undertaker. And unlike most people, I'm actually saying that, yes, that this is the final farewell of The Undertaker. The Undertaker has said that he is, it's over for him. He got that match. He got that last good match that he wanted. The match to end it out on. If the Roman Reigns match was good, he would have left on that Roman Reigns match. I believe. I don't think he would have come back. If he and John Cena, instead of getting 5 minutes, would have got 25 minutes. They could have had a good, and had a good match. He would have left after that one. Maybe, who knows? Whatever could have happened. But he got his match with AJ Styles. He went out, and I think he's going to stay out. I don't think he's going to come back. I don't think there's no Saudi show that's available that can bring him out. I don't think there's no other wrestler that can bring him out. I think he's got his final reckoning, so to speak. So we'll give one last final farewell to The Undertaker and move on. So again, my record predictions wise is 69-29. Make sure you are here right after Survivor Series for the rapid reaction. We'll talk about everything that went down on the show. We'll talk about the final farewell. We'll talk about everything goes on. Give you my match ratings and everything like that. And then we'll look back at these predictions and see how right I really was. Or if not. So, put your comments down below. Tell me what you guys think. Give me your predictions of what's going to happen tomorrow night at Survivor Series. Once again, click that notification bell so that when I do go live right after the show, you and me, we can talk about this and talk about what went down. We can talk about The Undertaker. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. You stay with me this week, guys. I got a lot of videos to come out, a lot of reaction videos, a couple try not to laugh videos, maybe some other things, and all next month I got a bunch of videos. I have top 10 lists. I have that's just shoots. I have so many other things, coming up this coming month in December that you're not gonna want to miss. So make sure that you are right here for this. And it spans the world wide sports, wrestling, pop culture, TV shows, you name it, I'm doing it. Maybe even another Q&A. So make sure you go to askfm.com or you go to Curious Cat and you find me on there. The links are in the description box down below if you want to ask me a question on Ask FM or Curious Cat. I will be doing another AMA. Ask me anything or Q&A, whatever. From now we're using questions from there. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is your boy AJTRIP signing off. As always, be good to each other, y'all. Be careful out there. And I am out.